I've played a lot of dark games that hide behind a cute facade. Bugsnax was, well, to be honest, I thought it looked disturbing. I mean, how else can I describe what I felt while I was watching these puppet-looking characters devour living snacks that morph their limbs? Putting the body horror aspect of the game aside, Bugsnax is a really good game. Like, I knew that the game was going to be good, but I didn't expect to be so absorbed by it. In Bugsnax, you play as a journalist who gets an invitation from an explorer named Lizbert to go to Snacktooth Island, a mysterious place where half-bug, half-snack creatures called Bugsnax exist. When the journalist decides to go to the island, they discover that Lizbert's actually gone missing, leaving another poor grumpus named Filbo to be the mayor of their island settlement, Snaxburg. Lizbert had other followers living there, but her disappearance caused drama, making them go off on their own. Your job is basically to convince them to go back to Snaxburg, interview them for information, find out what happened to Lizbert, and discover everything about Bugsnax. In most quests, you'll just need to capture Bugsnax and deliver them to the Grumpus who gave you the mission. It's not straightforward though, since the residents of Snaxburg are scattered in different parts of the island, so you'll have to explore regions that range from forests to deserts. Different bugs roam those places too, which range from cute, googly-eyed snacks to food and drink that swim and fly. I've never really been a bug person myself in real life, so seeing spider-like fries and a centipede sub sandwich kind of gave me goosebumps when I was playing the game. Now, capturing a Bugsnax will require different tools since you need to either lure them or stun them. The most basic tool is the scanner, which gives you info in your journal. If you've played Pokemon, it's basically like filling up a Pokédex. Capturing Bugsnax can be as simple as placing the snack trap and waiting for the critter to go under it. Other times they can be stunned by another snack, allowing you to capture them with the bug net. Making bugs attack each other usually involves the slinger tool, which you can use to sling various sauces like ketchup and chocolate to attract bugs to a certain spot. The slinger's ammo is limited though, but thankfully sauces grow on plants. I thought it was weird at first, but now that I think about it, it's probably one of the most normal things about the island. As you progress through the game, you'll get other tools that'll help you capture difficult Bugsnax. So the whole process of bug hunting starts to feel like puzzle solving. I mean, there are actual puzzles in the game, but I'd argue that capturing the Bugsnax can get trickier, especially since the game doesn't really hold your hand when it comes to searching for certain bugs and capturing them. Like, I had to think outside of the box and try a lot of different stuff. Sometimes I didn't even capture certain Bugsnax on purpose. Like, certain Bugsnax would just fight and knock another bug out, so I could just run up to it and capture it. I also had moments where I was trying to use one tool in a very specific way, only for me to screw up and have it all work out somehow. So yeah, the game is surprisingly versatile when it comes to that stuff. Now, why are the NPCs in this game so obsessed with Bugsnax? Well, they're tasty, and they're practically the only real food source on the island, which is why each quest usually ends with you dropping Bugsnax into their mouth and watching the body horror unfold. It happened a lot, yet it was something that I never really got used to, even by the end of the game. The fact that I could never predict what part of the Bugsnax would replace their limbs always made it a surprise too. Like, even if I could predict it, having the choice to choose which body part would be morphed still made me indecisive at times. Do I turn their left leg into a french fry? Maybe give them a strawberry right arm? The options seemed endless. So once you've completed an NPC's quest, they'll go back to Snaxburg. From there, they'll have their own little daily routine since the game has a day and night cycle. You'll see them roaming around during the day and going to bed at night. It's a small part of the game, but I absolutely loved it because it made the game feel more lively. It was nice seeing Snaxburg go from being a ghost town to a comfy home too, where everyone did their own thing. But the Grumpus quests don't actually end once they're in Snaxburg, since they also have their own side quests. It almost always revolved around tracking down a bug and feeding them. I don't usually like fetch quests since they can get boring, but in Bugsnax I never really felt that way, and it's all thanks to the game's story and characters. One of the best things for me about the writing of Bugsnax is that it balances humor with the deeper themes in the story. Like, every Grumpus starts off seemingly one-dimensional, but they become more complex as you get to know them. All of them have their own struggles, whether it's their relationships or goals in life, and it was great seeing them develop each time I progressed through their story arc. There were times when it felt like it got too real and serious, but it always ended on a positive note. Filbo, Gramble, and Chadlow were my favorite characters for most of the story, but the characters in general became so likable that I warmed up to even my least favorite Grumpuses. The DLC helped with that too. I can't really talk about that one since it expands on the gameplay and main story, so I'll just say that it helped me get emotionally attached to certain characters that I wasn't really fond of. Oh, and the story itself had a very satisfying payoff for me. I don't want to say anything specific, but let's just say that the final part of the game was one big roller coaster. I don't think I could have predicted it honestly, but I suppose the game did give out a lot of hints. Like, sure, Bugsnax is an appropriate game for kids, but as an adult playing through it, it felt like it could turn into a horror game at some points. There were many times where I would be peacefully playing through the game and I'd encounter things that would break the coziness of it all and give me disturbing realizations. The more I thought about them, the more creepier they seemed, so I tried not to let my thoughts dwell on them. Ignorance is bliss, right? Overall, I absolutely loved Bugsnax. It's a fun, mostly lighthearted game that isn't afraid to go into more serious topics, but it does it in a very tasteful way. The story, characters, and gameplay are great. The voice acting and music's great too, and the fact that the main theme is by Caro Caro Bonito already caught my attention before I even touched the game. Though the gameplay can get janky, but other than that, I don't really have much to complain about Bugsnax. Just my personal preferences, I guess. To be honest, the art style is not exactly my cup of tea. I never really liked puppets, so the NPCs in Bugsnax look creepy at first. The janky animations didn't help either, so it took me a while to get used to their character designs and everything. But I got past all of that because of how lovable they are. So yeah, I highly recommend the game. Bugsnax is out on every platform, I think, so I hope you'll check it out. Let me know what you thought about the video, and once again, thank you to my patrons at Patreon for supporting my channel. So, I haven't really had much free time to play more games outside of Twitch this month. I've barely passed through the list of games that I really want to make videos on this year, so I still have a lot to do. But as usual, I hope everyone's looking forward to them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.